What podcast reviewer 37 describes as an indiscriminate hellish ride that I would not wish on my worst enemy. The industry's elite have said time and again, man, fuck those guys. Get ready, if your ears had butts, they'd about to be fucked. Welcome to the Butt Fuck Nowhere Show.
Yep.
Garage.
What? Oh, garage is open. Oh, shit. Whatever. I'll close it in a second. Anyways. All right, well, here we are for the newest episode of the Butt Fuck Nowhere Show. The only show that really doesn't have a topic of ours. It's just about whatever the fuck we want to talk about. And what's funny is this is the complaints and grievances episode and also probably other things. But I have a complaint about people who make podcasts, but they only have one singular podcast and they just do whatever they basically do the BFN show and that's it. And then they just expect everybody to listen. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, my favorite part is when, how do I know when I'm supposed to be doing well? How many episodes do you in? 2?
I've recorded 3.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here. But before we get into that, not to interrupt us, but if you want to listen to all our shit, go to GameRageMagazine.com. You can follow Adam at All Gas No Trash Official on Instagram for spicy memes and top keks, I should say. And you can go to Game Rage Magazine on Instagram and Twitter on TikTok, and on Twitter/X it's at Game Rage Mag because they won't let us have enough letters because they're fucking assholes. Also, you can listen to our multitude of podcasts, All Gas No Trash. Obviously, that's the one that Adam loves and enjoys and created, and that's all about music. We have the Anime Syndicate about anime. We have Central Unintelligence, which is about fucking, world events and geopolitics. And Game Rage Movies and TV, where we talk about the latest in movies and television. And Game Rage Wrestling. Oh, man, talk about fucking good old pro wrestling, brother. And
wow, what a masterpiece.
Yeah, we had to shoehorn that in there somehow. Also, you can hear Chirping from the Pine, the new sports radio Game Rage podcast.
The best in sports and entertainment.
Oh, 100%. Then, now,
forever.
Also, don't forget the real G of the podcast network, Without Censor, which is the Game Rage interview podcast, which has some of the hottest interviews that you'll ever hear on the internet. You should go check them out right now. Well, no, finish listening to this. And then, you're already a minute in. You're 3 minutes in, so it counted as a play. So go ahead and go back to the fucking other thing and go listen to Without Censor so we can get some more numbers on that because we love the numbers, don't we? Anyways, that's it. GameRageMagazine.com. And also, real quick, the 15th, this will be going out today, so it's not the 15th yet, but May 15th, Game Rage Magazine's recording artist, Millennial Frog, is going to be dropping not 1, not 2, but 3 albums. He's going to be dropping the long-awaited Poverty of Content album and the newly realized album called The Gentleman Known as Millennial Frog. Also, the new experimental music album. And if you want to hear more about what that fucking means, you can tune into the All Gas No Trash episode, which he will be talking. This will be an upcoming episode that will be Millennial Frog, the interview number 2. Okay.
Right.
So you can hear all about that on there as to why it's called this, but it's 30 Second Master is the name of the album. Anyways. So yeah, go download those now on the 15th and, listen to them over and over again and give multiple plays because we here at Game Rage believe in giving everybody as much free content as we possibly can. And luckily for us, Millennial Frog, who is essentially the musical messiah, also has such a huge generous streak that he wants the world to believe and hear his music. And it doesn't matter whether you're rich or you're poor or whether you have ears or not, you should be able to listen to his music, which coming soon will be the Braille version of the Millennial Frog albums. So stay tuned for that if you are happen to be blind. So anyways, all right, well, what was I saying? Oh, yeah. fucking that's the end of it. So back to complaints and grievances about podcasting. Well, not just podcasting, but yeah, fucking people talking shit about, oh man, I just 2 episodes. And when do I know? When do I start making money? Hey, here's the fun thing. You don't. It's impossible to make money, I think, on just podcasting alone.
Yeah.
So, but in terms of that was really all I guess I had to say about podcasting. But and I'll probably remember something else and go later on. But the one fucking man. I feel like my life is essentially the 2 steps forward, 1 step back fucking trope or whatever you want to call it. Because it's like, man, we have a couple of good things happen. We meet some new things. And then now all of a sudden, bam, now my car's fucking up. And it's like, God damn it. Just when everything started to go right, now here's a fucking wrench thrown into the thing. But I will say this. It does tell me that we're on the right track. Like, that's the reason why I believe we're on the right track. Because if bad shit wasn't happening to me or to us in general, I would feel like that we were probably not doing well. But we're on such a trajectory to succeed that the Matrix has to stop us somehow. And it's got to do everything it can to throw every little thing at us. And these are just the little things that are getting thrown at us. And it's pissing me off that it has to happen, but it does feel like it's 2 steps forward, 1 step back, but fuck it. We're going to continue moving forward. And it just really pisses me off about this fucking car thing. Cause it's like, God damn, man, this car's not even fucking that old. And of course, here I am gonna fucking go out, and luckily it didn't ruin anything important. Like, it was just my Matrix job that it ruined. But oh, here I go, gonna go do that, and then all of a sudden, oh, here we go. Now my car, I turn it on, I go, I'm literally talking to you on the phone, and fucking just starts fucking up. Just starts making fucked up noises, no power. I'm like, oh, great. Am I gonna fuck? Luckily, I was close to home. I didn't leave. I had just left, so it's fuck, man. I was just down the street, but I was like, shit, man, am I gonna make it? I'm gonna have to fucking pull over. And I said, God damn, if I have to waste one of my AAA tows for this, because I'm fucking a quarter of a mile from my house, I'm gonna be so mad.
What plan do you have?
Whatever the gold one is, I think, or my card's gold. I don't know. Most people's cards are, I think, white.
I have gold too.
Yeah.
There's the platinum one gets you, I think 250 miles for the tow.
Yeah, because I think I get 100 and I think I get 150, and I think that one's 250 or 200.
Yeah.
Because the only reason I got it was because I work so far from where I live. So I'm like, oh, I need to fucking make sure if my shit breaks down, I need to be able to get home. And obviously, I don't want to have to pay for it because it's much cheaper paying $150 a year. And yeah, if I use it once, oh man, it more than paid for itself, because that tow bill would be like $400 to get me a couple 100 miles or 100 miles or whatever. Like, that's crazy. So I thought, fuck, man, like, I don't want to waste it on this, but I was like, whatever. And what sucks too is I think my shit expires in May. I think it's either May 1st or May 2nd. So like, it just started. So it's like, fuck, knowing my luck, it's just at the beginning and I have to waste it instead of it happening last week when it was still in the previous year when I didn't use any tows. Like, fuck. But luckily I was able to limp it back, and I go in and, I'm not a fucking mechanic by any stretch of the means, but hey, I can watch some YouTube videos and I can figure out how to do shit. But I got my own code reader, so I said, fuck, the check engine light's on. Let me plug this son of a bitch in. So I plug it in. I'm looking at it, and it's telling me misfire in all cylinders or multiple cylinders. And then it literally says, because it's only a 4-cylinder engine, so it literally says misfire in cylinder 1, 3, 2, and 4. And I'm like, what the fuck? How is it that, like, the whole engine could be fucked, apparently. So I'm just thinking, what the fuck could this be? So I'm looking up, I'm Googling shit, and I basically am under the impression that it's something to do with the fuel pump, because that's probably the reason why it's not getting enough fuel. And that's what's causing the misfire. It's because it's not getting enough fuel from the fuel pump, because it's like clogged or something like that, or there's like an internal filter in there, and if it gets gummed up, you can't fix it. You just have to replace the whole fucking filter, or not the whole filter, but the whole fuel pump, which is fucking stupid. That is the dumbest shit. And that's how most modern cars are. Like, you can't just replace the fuel filter. Oh, no, it's built into the fuel pump. So you got to spend $900 to replace the fucking fuel pump. Luckily for me, I'm just under the warranty fucking coverage for something like that. So problem is, though, I got to go take it to the fucking car dealer. I got to leave it there for who knows, an inordinate amount of fucking time, or undetermined amount of time, I guess I should say. Because who the fuck knows how long it's going to fucking take, because car dealerships now, A, nobody's working, and B, fucking, they just take their time anyways. So fuck, this could be a 2-week process where I don't have this fucking car, and I might have to go rent a fucking car, and I'm not looking forward to that either, because that's going to be fucking pricey. Now, I mean, luckily, I only really work 3 days a week, so I really only need to rent it on the days that I work, but still, it's a pain in the ass to have to go do that. And even if I use my own fucking car insurance, which I really don't want to in case something happens to it, but it's like, fuck, to buy the stupid damage waiver is like an extra $100 a day. And it's just like, fuck, man, I want to spend extra $300 a week. I could get the cheapest fucking car for like maybe 45 or $50 for the day. So like, I'm looking at $150 a week for the 3 days I got to go to work. If I have to rent a car. So cool. But like, if anything happens, and we all know on this podcast, I've talked about the many things that have happened to me on my shitty drive from the slave matrix job to home and back, and all the random shit that has to happen to me that's always bad. And I don't know if I can risk, like, because again, if any damage to that car happens, they go through my insurance, but like my deductible's $1,000, and like I gotta pay that. So then like, fuck, I gotta pay the $1,000. So it's like, oh, I could pay the extra $100 a day just in case something happens. I almost want to crash the car just to fucking, if I'm gonna pay the $100 a day, I might as well just crash the car on purpose, and then fucking it's covered. It's a damage waiver. It covers everything. So fucking paying for it, might as well total a car out of it, you know? But it's just like, fuck, man. That's money. Again, I'm not saying this is happening yet, because I don't know. They could maybe fix this hopefully in a couple of days. I'm hopeful. But it's just like, fuck, man. I wish that, or I hope I don't have to fucking get the rental car, because then at that point, it's like, fuck, man, that's an extra $300 I could have spent on game rage shit. I could have spent money on this. I could have bought whatever. But no. Instead, I had to buy it. I had to buy it for a fucking stupid rental car, which is gonna piss me off. But anyways, yeah. So I'm just pissed off about that, and it just sucks. It's a pain in the ass to deal with, and it's like, fuck, man. Like, it's a Hyundai, right? Fuck Hyundai. This car's only fucking 2 years old, and already potentially the fuel pump's gone bad. Get the fuck out of here. Why don't you assholes make some better cars? I mean, I get it. You guys give the 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty, which, listen.
It's one or the other?
No, it's it's either you hit 10 years or 100,000 miles, whichever comes first.
Shit, man, I'd drive that car nowhere. It was just get the full 10 years.
Yeah, get the full 10 years out of it. So, but yeah, fuck, I don't have that. I've had it fucking 2 years, and I've got 53,000 miles on it.
God damn. So you already would burn through your warranty in half.
Oh, I'm gonna in less than half the time. Yeah. I'm gonna have burned through it. But that's the reason why I bought. So I had the choice between that, or I was going to get a fucking Ford Ranger, a brand new Ford Ranger pickup truck, which now I am regretting not getting the truck, because I could have used it for so many more different things in utility. But if this would have happened to the truck right now, I'd be shit out of luck, because that warranty's 3 years, 36,000 miles. So I would have blown through that, and I'd be having to pay whatever it is to replace the fucking fuel pump, which is probably going to be like, I think the retail price for probably $1,200 on that job, maybe more. So, I mean, if it turns out that that's what this is, okay, it kind of maybe paid off that I didn't get the truck. But I also think I wouldn't have had this fucking problem if I would have got the truck. So I don't know. It's fucking sucks, and it's some bullshit, and it really pisses me off. And I'm fucking upset about it.
Cry about it.
I'm not gonna cry about it. Like,
no, I just wanted to say that. Yeah, just to be a prick.
Yeah, you are a prick.
Yeah.
Anyways, fuck. I guess that's all I got to say about the car thing. But what else you got?
Things I'm pissed about?
Or anything you want to talk about in general? I don't give a fuck.
Shit, man. I'm very angry with myself. I've been excelling in the department of business.
Yeah.
Business dealings and such. I feel like I've excelled at that, or whatever goals we set up.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of which, you need to fucking put some for May. You didn't. I mean, I still have the same ones up there. I don't know if you want to just keep the same ones or whatever, but
yeah. Anyways, personal health wise, I'm very disheartened because I felt like I was in the best shape of my life from September to January because I was like a beast at doing push-ups.
yeah.
And now I felt like I've gotten soft, and I thought I would never get back to this place because I even thought about it when I was doing all this shit that I was going to say to myself, like, how could I ever have gotten myself to that point in the first place? And then I thought I'll never go back to that. And then sure enough, December rolls around and the holidays and food and January and the new year, and it's cold, and you just, it's almost like the Dave Goggin things where you really have to do this in every season, every day, because that's what you stand to lose is all the progress that you make. And it is very upsetting that I'm back at this place again. And it makes me think that I have some type of problem. I think at the root of it is probably discipline. And some of it might be food related issues. Just, I enjoy food. I don't know what to say. It's
fucking delicious. Not much else do you need to say.
Yeah. I mean, dude, the best feast ever was fucking getting President Ty
Oh my God.
WrestleMania 40, dude. That was the tops, man.
That was the tops. I would love to do that every month, but man, we shouldn't. But honestly, it's really not that bad for you. It's just meat. And then like, yeah, maybe the noodles and shit, but it's not that bad for you. So I feel like we could do that. We get away with doing that every month. It's probably better for us than eating sushi because of all the rice and the shit that's in that. I don't know.
Yeah.
But anyway, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. So doing all that and then having it all fall apart recently and just getting to 1,000 push-ups and then just getting complacent, just derailed. And the longer that I put it off, the more likely I wasn't going to do it when I was coming back to doing push-ups. And I started and I felt like I atrophied to the point that I just didn't think I can get back to 1,000. And it was kind of irritating. So today's what? Today's technically
May the 5th. Still the 5th of May. Wait, no, it's the 6th of May now because it's after midnight.
Yeah, so technically I would like to start today. And this is me holding myself accountable on the BFN podcast to say that I've been slacking off too much. I've been excelling at other parts, but I know deep down this one's getting to me a little bit. I can just feel it. It feels like a fat bodysuit that I'm carrying. It's not heavy, but it's noticeable. It feels like a little extra chunk, a little extra weight. Yeah. And I could just feel it. I could feel it in my clothing too, but I also shrunk my clothing because I was a fucking idiot. I thought it would be a sound strategy to shrink my clothes to always make myself feel uncomfortable. Like, you feel a little chunky today. I think you could stand to do a little bit more exercise, and I would maybe lose weight and then maintain what I already had. And I think as a result of that, the plan didn't go according to plan. So
like when you when you say you shrink your clothes, I imagine prior to you doing this and when you were whatever, not when you were skinnier, it was okay, cool, they fit or whatever. But now I feel like that I imagine you saying that they don't fit now. It's like, oh, since you shrunk them, now you're like back to the size you were, and the shirts are basically just like, it's like they're half cut off belly shirts,
mid drift.
Yeah, like your stomach's hanging out, like
not exactly.
Like, and then the sleeves are like up here, like it's almost like you're wearing a sleeveless shirt. Like.
Yeah, not exactly, but I mean, it's more that I just feel uncomfortable.
Yeah.
So I thought that would work in my favor, so that I would lose weight, and then like when I actually got to the weight. Yeah. To fit into the shirt, I'm like, all right, cool, I'll fix my problem and it'd be all right. But then I just slacked off too much. But I'm not really, I mean, as much as I'm disappointed in myself, I think I've been killing it on other fronts. It's just this one, health is wealth. And I think that in order to do anything, you have to be right in the body and the mind. Yeah. So that's why it hurts a little bit.
One real quick. So So you said when you were starting this, you said, "Oh, I'm never gonna let this happen again," right? Like you had said that. So would you say that this is basically kind of like your obesity 9/11 right now?
Yeah, I mean, shit, man. I started streaming on Twitch like this past weekend, and I've just changed because you can put a title for your Twitch streams. So I just put the Scott Steiner. No. I put Haley from Dunkin' Donuts from the great state of obesity. That's my introduction to my stream.
Nice. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will say, man, like I've been doing the push-ups now. April, I hit the goal every fucking day. I did 30 and I'm now at 40 a day. You haven't,
your arms haven't, like, you've been doing it because we talked about it. We talked about doing them proper and stuff, but you haven't felt any problem in your joints or anything?
No, not lately. And I think that's because I started back at a lower number than what we were doing.
Yeah.
And I also think doing the proper actual form and not busting them out like we were, like kind of basically like half push-ups. I think that really, when you do it all the way and you do the right form, it stretches your joints out and it strengthens all the muscle structure around them. So it helps kind of support it when you're doing it. So then when you increase it, you're feeling it, but the muscle support is increasing at the same pace, I guess. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because like when you're doing it like those quick ones, you're not really getting the full scope of the exercise. So then like, yeah, your wrists start to feel it. Like, you know, like I can feel like my wrists are like more muscular and whatnot. And I also kind of learned too about, for me, it's not really about what the number is on the scale. It's just about what I look like, I guess. Because like I don't really give a shit how much I weigh, because like right now, I mean, yeah, man, I fit into, and maybe this might be fucking fat for most people, but like before I was at like wearing like a 46 fucking or 48 pant size. Now I'm down to 38, and they're like they're big on me a little bit. So in the waist or whatever. So like I feel like it's more about just maintaining that, and really, it's like I just don't want to have a fucking. I mean, yeah, listen, I got some fucking gut. All right, I got some fat that fucking is at that bottom like abdomen fat. Like I don't know why I can't get rid of that. And
you gotta do the sit-ups for it. It's hard.
Yeah, and I don't want to do it. So like, I've just resigned myself to like I'm probably just gonna have that forever.
It's cool.
And I don't give a fuck.
It's like a humbling piece of your body to remind you. I mean, because if you ended up being Max Chad out or Giga Chad out, it creates that degree of humbleness that can't let it get too much to my head that I'm in shape now. You got gut, you got this pooch.
Yeah, it's like a man fupa or whatever.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, not really though, but it kind of is, I guess. But yeah, so that, and then also I will say, man. So today, like in terms of like physical fitness or whatever, right? Chloe wanted to go ride her bike. Since like, I'm home now. So it's like, oh, cool. Let's go on a bike ride. She wants to go ride her bike. Well, we don't have bikes. So now I got to fucking go walk. Right. And of course with her, it's a competition for everything. So she wants to race. So I'm racing this fucking asshole on a bike and I'm on foot. And so cause it's not that hard to do a bike, a quarter mile, right? We're doing like, it's maybe like an eighth of a mile, like a straight, right? And fuck, man, that shit whooped my ass. And I'll tell you this, it wasn't like I just did it once. No, we did this for like an hour, just nonstop back. I mean, I'd be like, hold on, I gotta take a minute. Like I gotta breathe for a minute. But dude, I was fucking and I was honestly surprised with the level of performance that I actually did. Just because of the fact that like, I hate doing cardio, but I think the push-ups has made everything kind of like able to do shit. So when I need to call upon it, I could actually like maybe do it. And granted, like I said, it whooped my ass, man. When we got home, I was like, Jesus Christ, my body hurts. Like I feel fucked up from doing this. And it's like one of those things where, because people have made comment to me before about, like when I go and I'm at like a party or whatever, all the kids want to play with me, right? We've talked about this because like, like I actually give them the time of day instead of most dads that just sit there and drink beer and tell them to fuck off, right? Like I actually go play with them and we wrestle and do whatever, right? So all the kids want to
Hell in a Cell matches, tables, ladders, chairs.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Fuck. We had a Money in the Bank ladder match last time. It was pretty dope. I won, of course, because which is funny because I am the world's heavyweight champion right now. So I basically hold the title shot against myself, which is great.
Yeah. So in the Money in the Bank briefcase is actually just a really large Lunchables, pizza Lunchables.
Yeah. And so I do that, and people have made comment about like, oh man, I don't know how he just keeps going and he just does it. And it's funny because it actually kind of boosts my confidence a little because there's people that I see that look like they're in better shape than me. Like they're skinnier. They look like they're in better shape, but like they are not in shape. They're not in good shape at all. Like they're not physically fit. They're not fit. Yeah, they may be skinnier, but they're just like, they can't go, right? And so they're like, dude, how do you, like, you just don't stop. And I'm like, well, it's partially because I'm supremely, extremely competitive and I can't let these fucking kids win. So I need to show them what's up. And they've been drinking fucking Kool-Aid and eating Oreos all day. So they're wired to the gills. So like, throw me a Red Bull and I'm going to fucking go to town on these little bastards. And so the same thing applies like when I play with, like when I do shit with Chloe. So like that, I was like, oh no, now I do let her win sometimes, but I'm like, oh no, I need to make it look, because if I dog it, she'll tell me you weren't even trying on that one. And she gets mad at me. So like, I can't dog it. I have to look like I'm trying, but it's funny because she'll do this thing where she'll take off and go, oh, we're not racing. She'll take off. And then when she gets about like a quarter of the way down the track or halfway down the track, she'll go, just kidding, it's a race. And so I have to sprint to catch up with her. And then I can kind of like do a slow run to like stay up with her. But man, fucking, I was just like, nope. And my Katie was there with us and she's just like, aren't you tired? And I was like, fuck yeah, I'm tired. And she's like, well, why don't you just stop? And I'm like, I can't stop.
Because fuck them kids.
Exactly. Fuck those kids. I don't know how to let them win. If I stop, I said my goal is to make her quit before I do. And I'll tell you what, if it didn't fucking work, after we did that for, like I said, about an hour, my legs are tired. Good. You're gonna sleep well tonight.
Know your role.
Yeah.
Shut your mouth.
Just remember that I am the tribal chief here.
Yeah. And
you fucking bow to me. You acknowledge me, child.
Head of the table.
Next time you get an attitude about going and fucking putting your fucking sippy cup in the fucking sink, remember that I can run circles around you and you will be dead tired. All right. Just remember that. Just recall it. And then maybe you'll fucking do what I say. I don't know. But yeah, I just am like, oh no, man. Like, and then of course, as we go, she's like, no, let's just do one more race. I said, all right, fine. One more race. She's like, okay, let's just do 2 more races. And I'm like, okay, fine. For real. 2 more races. Okay. How about 3 more? And I'm like, no, fuck you. We're doing 2 more races and that's it. And then, like I said, right at the end of the second race, oh, I'm tired. Can you carry me home? How's the bike gonna get back? Oh, mommy can push it. No, you're going to fucking bike your ass all the way back home. And the whole way, man, it was hilarious. Oh, you could just carry me. I could, but I'm not gonna. And made her bike her ass all the way back home.
Your disappointment to the bloodline.
You're out of the bloodline. But yeah, so that was pretty fucking... It was eye-opening to me to see, like, fuck, man, that whooped my ass. But I'm like, all right, cool. Like, if I need to go, I can go. Now, I don't know how long. I mean, realistically that equates to, but, hey, I can perform when necessary.
I think the secret factor to having your kid win would be to have me right behind her and strike the fear of God in her.
I'll never win. I will lose every single time. If you were behind her, she'll be like, oh no, it's him. Oh, you mean Adam? Don't say his name. Don't say his name.
That's my favorite thing, that I strike hearts.
Fear into the heart of children.
I strike fear in the hearts of children. It's so pleasing to me because I hate them too. Them little bastards. I hate them.
You hate them just as much as they hate you.
Yeah.
I want to bring you to the next kid's birthday party I have. Yeah. And I just want you to stand in the corner with your hood up and just stand there with your hands in your pocket. And then when they start acting up, I'll be like, hey, you see that guy over there?
He's going to take you.
Yep.
He's going to get you in your sleep. You'll never see your parents again.
Yeah. So you better act right. Or else Adam will be coming for you.
And then once you get them all riled up for the jumper, the little jumper thing, it elbows off the top, fucking.
Oh yeah, it's good shit. But
I'm gonna be the secret factor for the Money in the Bank briefcase when it comes around again. Interference.
Yeah. Well, my next title defense, you'll have to come in and fucking interfere upon my behalf.
Yeah, I'll be the Solo Sokoa fucking.
Yeah, you'll just do the thumb. What is it called?
Simone Spike.
Yeah, there you go. Right into their domes. You know what? Right into the soft spot of their head. That'd be awesome.
No, I could to make a tame version, fucking do it on the pinky and just do wet willies.
Oh yeah, right in their ears. They would lose their minds.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do that next time. I'm gonna do that to them.
Or give them atomic wedgies.
Oh man, that's hilarious. But yeah. So, anyways, that's fucking awesome. And yeah, and also, and on a sad note, I'm kind of sad because my good buddy Brian's fucking leaving us. He's fucking going to Maryland because he's a piece of shit. And I hope he listens to this because he does listen to the podcast. So I hope he hears this. Fucking leaving.
When's he leave?
Like Saturday, I think, is when he's leaving.
He already got all his stuff sent, or he migrated all his things over.
So no, he got rid of everything that they weren't bringing, and he's driving a U-Haul truck.
Only him?
Just him.
That's fucked.
Well, because they got 2 kids, so like she's taking the 2 kids in their car, and then I think he said I don't know if he's dumping because they had a lease on this car, so I think his lease is up, and so he's just gonna turn it back in, and then he's gonna. So that way he doesn't have to like drive it back out there. I don't know. I don't remember what he said. He told me something about it. I didn't really care. I was just like,
fuck this guy. I don't really know him that well.
I said, no, it's irrelevant about your fucking stupid car because your bitch ass is leaving. I don't care. That's what I care about. I don't give a shit about your stupid ass car situation. Go fuck yourself. All right.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I mean, I'm going to be sad. He's going to be very much missed. And, we did a little going away party for him like a couple of months ago because we thought he was leaving sooner. And so did it like a couple of months ago. And basically.
Sick invite, bro.
Yeah, I didn't invite you. You're right. I didn't invite you to that, actually. Yeah, well, fuck off.
Serves you right.
It serves me right, yeah. Damn, I didn't even think about that. Man, what a dick. I'm such an asshole.
Yeah, well,
but anyways,
I certainly have some things to say off the record after this.
Oh yeah, Mr. Antisocial is going to be fucking angry they didn't get invited.
No, it's not even about that. There's other things.
Anyways, so yeah, so so we did that, and hopefully he has a good time over there in shit ass Maryland where he's going to fucking be.
Oh my god, it's like the equivalent of that Wayne's World fucking segment on the movie. When he's like, we're in Delaware, and they're just kind of like looking around. That's gonna be fucking him in Maryland, dude. Just I'm in Maryland.
I don't know what to do. I was like, man, that's gotta suck, man, because like everything, because he's from here in Southern California. He's lived here his whole life, so I mean, he's moving out there, and fucking, it's like man, all your sports teams are out here, so like now you gotta wait to go see them when they play. Like you gotta wait to see the Angels when they play the fucking Orioles.
They're a good team though.
Yeah, but that sucks because the Angels are terrible. So like now you got to not only be in enemy territory, but then you're gonna get beat every single fucking time. That's gonna suck. They're just gonna rile your ass. They're gonna chap your ass, as they say.
Yeah,
out there. But I don't know. I'm sad about it. I'm shooketh, as you would say. Which I have to say, that is like one of the greatest things you've said on the internet.
Shooketh.
I am shooketh.
It sounds like old English,
yeah.
with a touch of Ebonics or like inner city lingo.
Yeah, man. It's like ye old shook shack. Like that's where you go get shooketh at. Man.
I have a feeling you'll only be out there for a year and realize, my God,
it sucks that he's gonna come back.
Yeah.
He's gonna realize, because the whole reason that they're moving out there is because they think that they can afford to live better. Which I mean, maybe.
Which probably
probably true, but
with the exception that there's nothing to fucking do out there.
That's the problem. I think that's what he's gonna realize. He's gonna be like, we gotta get out of here. So I don't know. We'll see. But I mean, I am gonna be traveling out there because they are getting married. So finally, I will be traveling out to Maryland at some point for the wedding. I should bring you along because
I don't even know him.
Nah, who cares? That'll be fun. I'll just have you stand in the corner with a suit jacket and a fucking hoodie on.
Yeah, I'll be the supervisor of the children. I'll be like Christopher Walking, like reading stories to children because he's so creepy.
Yeah, that'd be fucking excellent. So I'll be going out there. So probably.
They already have the wedding planned?
They don't have the date yet, I don't think, and I don't think they have any. He just asked her to. They just did this like last couple days ago. Got engaged, so I know this was something that they were planning on doing anyways, but it's like official now. So congratulations to them. And I told me and Katie were the first ones that they called, right when they right after he did it, and his fiance now, Maria, she fucking had. They got ice cream or something, and she had the ring on, and she's like, "Oh, do you like this ice cream?" And she's like trying to show it off, and I was like, "Hey, is that fucking
is that Rocky Road?"
No, I was like, "Is that?" Because they went to like one of the what is it? The place with the blizzards, Dairy Queen. I was like, "Is that fucking Dairy Queen?" And she's like, "Oh yeah, I think so. Haven't you seen this ice cream that we're getting?" And I was like, "That is fucking Dairy. Where did you go to Dairy Queen? There's none around here."
Yeah.
Like, I want to know where you got that shit from. And then she's like, I'm trying to, and then Katie's like, oh my God, and this and that. I was like, don't acknowledge it. I want to know where the Dairy Queen came from. And Brian started fucking laughing. And then they were talking about something. And then they said, I said, hey, Brian, you want to come over and talk about this on a podcast tonight? And he was like, oh yeah. And then she was like, Katie's like, no, shut up, Joshua, leave them alone because they're going to go consummate their engagement. And I was like, Katie, they have 2 children. I'm pretty sure they've already consummated it out. And then I was like, they do that all the time. He never gets to come over to podcast. I was like, Jesus Christ, let the man have a win once. And then she's like, shut up, whatever. And then so she asks, she was saying something to Maria about like, oh, like, because the kids were in the back. So she's like, oh, does he get like, like, and she was doing like the blowjob motion, like for fucking the thing. And I was like, that should be a regular occurrence. I said, I'm pretty sure that the ring opens the key to the back door now. and dude, Brian, literally, I heard him because they were on FaceTime, right? And I couldn't see him, but I heard him just go, yes, yes. Fuck yeah. And then Katie was like, God damn it, Joshua. This is supposed to be a tender, loving moment. And I'm like, good, I just ruined it. So I don't know if I ruined it, but I at least provided a little bit of levity to the situation.
I don't think you did. I think it's full of crassness and disgusting.
I turned a beautiful thing into a disgusting moment.
Yeah, it's like you took a flower and shoved it up someone's ass, and now that thing that was once beautiful is now chocolate covered and disgusting.
Well, hopefully Brian got to shove something up someone's ass because of this. Big ups to Brian for getting in the back door.
Big ups.
God damn.
What was that at?
What? That was at 37 right. minutes. So that's going to be the clip for sure.
Yeah, that is.
Oh, man. So anyways, I'm sad to see my good buddy go. And, it's not like he's I'm saying this like he's dead, but
you might as well. He's going to Maryland.
I'll still talk to him and, I'll still talk to him and see him, twice a year when they come out here once in the summer. And then maybe we'll go out there once in the summer to see them. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe during Christmas break. Oh, that'd be kind of cool. Go out there. Well, fuck that. It snows. And fucking trying to travel by plane in the snow is fuck that. I don't want to do that. I already don't want to travel by plane in general. I have a fucking thing about that. And
with all those bolts and shit falling out. Yeah.
Dude, it's been I guess you can call it I don't know if it's a fear of flying or it's a lack of being in control is what gives me this phobia or whatever of flying. Yeah. But like, having seen all these doors fly off and wings fall off, I'm like, dude, I definitely don't want to do this now.
And the assholes that pull the fucking doors.
Yeah.
What the fuck is that, dude?
I don't get it, man. It just makes no sense to me whatsoever. Or they're mid-flight and the fucking emergency slide deploys. And I'm like, well, great, now we're all dead.
Yeah.
Fucking just because I wanted to go to Maryland to see my good buddy fucking Brian. Thanks, Brian. You've killed me. I just want to say that now.
Yeah.
You bastard. But anyways, fuck, there was something else I wanted to talk about too, and now I fucking
relevant to Brian.
Nah, it was something completely different.
B Ryan.
B Rye, big ups.
Big ups.
we gotta make a shirt that says big ups. But I don't know what else I got to talk about. You got anything else to talk about? Is there anything that you know will inflame me and make me angry that I can talk about since we're already fucking I don't know.
I mean, shit. Since we're talking about trips, I was offered to go to a trip to New York and other cities, and I said no because I would rather do this. And it wasn't because I didn't want to go, but I was more concerned about fuck that, you know, the little that motherfucker on the Death Star when he's like, we should double F. It's when as soon as we got the 120 episode, I thought doubling down.
Yeah.
All systems go double everything, dude. I've been so motivated for all of this shit, so I didn't want to stop, and it doesn't really matter. I made the right choice anyways, because apparently the person that thought they weren't going to go is now going to go because of something. And so it wasn't really mine to begin with anyway. So I'm glad it worked out, and I'm glad that I stuck with my gut because the right thing ended up happening.
I'll say this too, after that 120 fucking episode, man, I was happy for like a couple of days. And then I literally had that fucking Vader come into my mind and just be like, the Emperor is not pleased with your progress. We shall double our efforts then.
Yeah.
I was just like, damn, this was cool for 2 days. And now it's not cool enough. Now I'm just like, fuck. I feel like a piece of shit. That's nothing. That seems like nothing now.
Yeah, the worst part is we had our best month ever, and when you told me it was 904 and not 1000,
I was a little pissed.
Yeah, I thought 96, dude. I couldn't even get to
couldn't even get 96 more fucking streams, man. This is fucking bullshit. God, we're so terrible. We're such pieces of shit.
Yeah, it was agitating, man. Looking at that, knowing that we've come this far, but also missing the mark on 1000. But I'm getting greedy. I think we're getting greedy because every month if every month is a new all-time high.
We're probably setting ourselves up for failure with that.
I don't know if I'll ever be satisfied, but it's cool because I'm cool with that attitude of never being satisfied.
Yeah, well, like,
enjoy the moment once.
Yeah, and then don't live on it though. It's like we're only as good as what we do today.
Yeah, is
what we're at today, and it's that white belt mentality that you talked about on All Gas No Trash. And I really think that that's the way that we're doing this. Is that's the way to do it. Is yes, celebrate the achievements and the milestones in the moment, but then immediately discard them and say, all right, what's next? Like, that's not good enough. We need more. And then again, we only hit that 904 because we fucking went hard because we had the lowest month we've ever had the month before that. And so we followed it up with our highest month ever. Now, I don't fucking know if we're going to get close to 904 this month. I hope so. I'm hopeful we can beat it. But if we don't, then we're going to be like, okay, fuck this. Now we're going to redouble our efforts again and fucking try to get to 904 or try to get to past that or whatever.
And I know what I was thinking. Even if we have a worse month, I don't remember where we were looking at the chart, but we technically did less things and yielded better results for less things. Or is that wrong?
No. So in terms of, like we did, so the way we looked at it was we did 23 episodes in April and we got that 904, right? And we did 14 episodes in March and we only got like 300. So we doubled essentially the amount of work we did, but we
quadruple.
Yeah, we times 3 the numbers for that month.
Yeah.
So like we did, so it wasn't a direct correlation of double the work equal double the downloads. It was double the work also got us an additional third more, or another 100%, I guess you could say, because we tripled it. So I thought that was pretty fucking sweet to say that we did that. And that's, like I said, it's an accomplishment in and of itself. But this month is this a whole new month now. So now we're back to zero. And and I also think taking that whole thing and starting over essentially every month back to zero, that's like cool. That's a goal, right? That gives us fucking realistic tracking of what the fuck it is that we're doing, because we could just be like any other fucking podcast and not tell anybody what the fuck our numbers are and just pretend like we're doing great numbers, or, you know, I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, that's one thing that I think is unique about us, is that we are forthcoming with that information. We're not trying to hide shit from anybody. We're not trying to be like, and sure, getting 900 downloads in a month might not be a lot, or people might not generally think that that's a lot, but show me when you got 900. Tell me how you got more than 900 downloads on your podcast, and then we can talk about it. Oh, well, I'm sorry, you don't have one? Oh, this is just straight go fuck yourself then. I don't need to listen. You have no opinion in this matter that's valid. So go fuck yourself. But I do think like as we're looking at it, you know, our averages seems to be around 450 downloads a month, essentially. And I'm going that based off of the first quarter. Our first quarter downloads were, you know, around probably it really averages out to like 425, I think, when you factor in that low month. So I feel like on average, as long as we keep up with the average, I think that's like we're still on the right track. Even if we get lower than 900, yeah, I'm still going to be pissed and be like, no, we need to hit 1,000.
Yeah.
As long as we're maintaining or exceeding the average by 1%, I think that's fucking good. Because that's the thing is they say all this shit about podcasts and they don't fucking grow. They grow at like 1% a month is like what the average podcast does. And we're in the group of average fucking podcasts for sure. So as long as we keep getting that, I mean, that's something that we can say, cool, we're at least moving forward still, as long as we're not going backwards. That's all I care about, right?
Yeah, and I have no problem saying that I'm quite vocal about my experiences of trying to interact with people, whether in person or through social media or email. It's very fucking irritating. So, not to say that everything's rosy that we do, but saying that these are all the experiences that we're having in the midst of doing all this shit. Because I know people on social media only highlight their highlights of their own life or their own whatever they're trying to project or present on social media. I mean, dude, I talk about fucking literally anything, and sometimes it's bad. Like, it's bad shit. It's bad in the way that I talk about how, you know, I have negative feelings or resentment about certain moments that I've experienced or whatever that might be. And that is just how I feel in that moment, dude.
Yeah.
I don't know how else to put it.
And I don't know that was necessarily fully intentional that we did this, but as it turned out, like, we're essentially just real, right? We're real people doing this, and we're not trying to put on some image that we're professional radio people, or we're this, or we're some gimmick or some fucking thing that people expect us to be. We're just who we are, and that's it. With us, what you see is what you get. You know, we're not trying to pretend to be, this like huge corporation and this huge company that does fucking all this shit. And, oh man, we have look at all these people that listen to us and all this stuff. Like, no, that's not what we're trying to be. We're just trying to be real. We're just real ass people. And there's no image that we're projecting other than the image essentially of this is just who we are. And like I said, I don't know if that was necessarily intentional, but I think that's definitely something that the whole game rage thing has turned into is this is us. We're just real. That's one thing that I think separates us from a lot of the other people that do podcasts is, you know, a lot of them I think are kind of fake, and they're trying to project, or I guess have people have this perception of themselves, and they're trying to portray an image where we're not really doing that. You know?
Yeah. When I think of YouTube videos and they do a whole slogan or catchphrase or some bullshit like that, where, hey, welcome to the something podcast. We're gonna have all the secrets for Fortnite leaks, and then they segue into something else, and we'll get to the actual thing that we're gonna talk about later. Whereas we just talk about it.
Yeah, we just do it up front.
We don't jerk you around for 30 minutes and then get to the point of the video or the crux of what was supposed to be said or spoken of. But man, I do wonder. We're doing all right. We're doing pretty all right, and the most decent.
Indeed.
But I do wonder somewhat about that there is a bit of a conflict between this being a format that is beyond long-winded and people that can't tolerate things longer than 60 seconds. I'm very curious of how we even got to this in spite of that obstacle.
Yeah, that's already a handicap that we faced off the bat, is most people just have the TikTok mentality of it's 60 seconds or less. You got to get your point across. And it tells me that there's at least a segment of people, whether it be large or small, that still enjoys this type of content or this stuff. And I think us kind of trying to keep everything around an hour. I think that's also probably helped as well. Not do these 2.5 hour or 3 hour long marathons for every podcast that we do. I think at the beginning we were like, oh, hell yeah, we got, and that was still cool and all, but that's just one of the things I think we've learned over the time of doing this and being, as you said, the eternal students and just constantly learning how things work. And cool, we were all excited about, oh man, we did 2.5 hours. Oh, fuck yeah, on this one podcast. Oh, it's fucking awesome. Now we're like, damn, if we would have broke that up into 2 podcasts, we would have fucking doubled our numbers essentially. So,
yeah,
and I think us saying, hey, let's try to keep these maybe around an hour. And again, there's no hard limit. I mean, if we have a topic and it's interesting and it's going for 90 minutes, yeah, we're going to just keep going. We're not going to cut shit off prematurely, right? So as we've done on a couple of the podcasts, some of them, the movies and TV ones, some of the Shogun ones went 90 minutes because we had a bunch of shit to say. And I think that's kind of the crux of being entertaining is having something to say that's relevant. And if you don't have something to say, then you're not going to really be entertaining because you're not saying much. You're just running your mouth, basically.
Yeah, you're outstaying your welcome, or you're just spouting dog shit with not much of without substance.
Yeah. So, I think that we are at least maintaining. That's maybe why we have increases in numbers, is because, well, at least we're not just sitting here giving you nothing. There's content here. Yeah, it's not premeditated content. It's not like we sat here and wrote all this shit down and just reading off of a script. But that's not what we do. Yeah, sure. Do a lot of people do that? Yeah, man. There's a lot of people, as we've talked about multiple times, the subreddits of podcasting, right? And all the people that I've talked to and all the people that post shit and they ask questions and they're saying this and that and all the advice that people give. It's just like, God damn, you're crazy. Like, again, the thing, I know we always talk about this, but it's like that thing about, man, oh, you should spend at least 5 or fucking 6 hours editing, at least 4 times the amount editing as you did recording. And I'm like, that's dog shit. The other day we were laughing about it because when I put up the latest episode of All Gas No Trash, I literally just ran the filter.
2 buttons.
I hit 2 buttons, hit export, and then I uploaded it to the internet. Like, it was literally maybe a total amount of time from when we finished recording, 6 minutes till it was online on the internet.
Keck W.
Keck fucking W. And that's I guess that's our gimmick is we don't censor ourselves. We don't edit anything. It's all fucking just, we just do what we do and that's it. Face value, take it as is. And I'm sure there's people that hate that. And as been evidenced by the light ups I've been given sometimes on the subreddit podcasts about people saying, oh, hey, how long should I spend editing? And I'm like, it's that thing about, hey, here's the neat part. You don't like just do it and then see what happens. Like, why do you got to sit here and spend all this time editing? And then people just light me up about being unprofessional and, oh, I'm unprofessional. Technically, I think we're the most professional because we have an actual company. This is a legitimate sanctioned company by the government, right? So that's as professional as it gets. So get fucked. Anyways, go ahead.
Yeah. So 2 things. One about the having longer episodes in the past. I think that can be revisited in the future if the episode warrants it, but it would mostly hinge upon the fact if people were demanding that type of stuff.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with that. And I also think it should not apply to Without Censor, the interview podcast. That needs to be as long as it needs to be.
Yeah, it needs to be, yeah.
There's no time limits at all on that because as long as the conversation's flowing and we're pulling stuff out of whoever we're interviewing, if it takes 4.5 hours, I mean, Christ, that's part of the reason why I think people like Joe Rogan. Maybe he's not the best person at interviewing, but he asks questions that elicit an interesting answer from the person who's being interviewed. And the conversations, sometimes they're 4 or 5 hours and they're pretty much entertaining for the majority of it. So if that's how long it needs to go, it's how long it needs to go. So there's 2 things. One was that.
What were you talking about before I brought up the before we were talking about
the editing of the fucking episodes?
I'm trying to remember. There was a second thing. Shit, maybe I already forgot it. But well, fuck it. I'll bring this up. So you posted in the what was that thing in the Discord? What was that for? Was that for my pod for the
1,000 total streams?
Yeah.
That was the All Gas No Trash, yeah.
1,000 episodes total.
No, 1,000 streams total throughout all
time.
40. Wait, what do we got? 30 something episodes, maybe? I don't know.
I don't know at this point.
Yeah, it's probably like 30, 36, 37, maybe 38, somewhere around there.
Was that the first to 1,000 or was it?
Yep, that was the first to 1,000. That was, and I will say, yes, the other podcasts may be at a disadvantage because the All Gas No Trash does have the most episodes because we've been the most consistent with that one. We've basically done that every week almost.
Yeah, nearly
without fail. So I mean, this year so far, January, February, March, April, 4 fucking episodes every month. So that's basically one a week. So we've been on top of it. And so I think that lends to the consistency of that's why it gets this many downloads. So, you know, but yeah, that was the first one. That was the first podcast to hit 1,000 streams total. And that's cool. That's a cool little milestone. Like we finally have one podcast in the 4-digit section. Hell, I didn't know if we'd ever get to 3 digits on any of these fucking things.
Yeah, that's true, man. I mean, I didn't even think of all things that surprised me, the wrestling one came through. That was kind of funny because that was the one I didn't even know how people felt about that one.
Yeah, and neither did I. I had no idea that we would get 120 fucking streams on one episode like day one. It boggles my mind as to how that happened.
Yeah,
I still don't have any explanation for it. And obviously, when we do the second episode, we'll maybe have a better idea if that actually was anomalous or if that's like maybe the new standard for wrestling. And Christ, if it is, maybe we should fucking do that every fucking week. I don't know. But then again, I don't know if that fucking defeats the purpose of it because again, if we don't have anything to say, then people are going to tune out. Yeah. So I think the way we're doing it is probably great. And again, look at movies and TV. We did 6 episodes last month, but we had shit to talk about. It wasn't like we were just making shit up off the top of our head. We had shit that we were reviewing and shit that we were talking about. So I feel when it warrants it, talk about it. If there's topics that we want to talk about, fuck it. Do it, I guess. And then it doesn't matter if we do 6 of one in one month or if we do fucking, you know, I don't know, just 1, you know, or hell, maybe even 0, depending on what presents itself. I mean, fuck, what is it? Panel to panel. We haven't done one in like 2 months. So fucking, you know, we haven't had anything to say that we've been wanting to talk about. Right. So, you know, it's there for when we have that opportunity to be like, oh yeah, let's talk about comic books.
Yeah.
So, you know, I don't know, but anyways, you got anything else?
I'm still kind of
trying to figure out what it was.
What the fucking thing was, because I got on about the time shit of letting it rock if people are interested. But I think having shorter episodes using the wrestling logic of we hate Raws that are 3 hours and only maybe 30% of it is good. Why not make one good hour that's 100% bitching? Yeah,
true. That's a true story. Why not make 1 hour that's fucking literally it's all gas and no trash, you know? Like,
yeah.
It's a straight banger instead of burger after burger
after burger.
So,
and shit, man, as far as my own personal milestone, I mean, it's cool, but until we see $1 fucking dollar for all the effort that we put into this shit, it's that Kobe thing where, you know, job's not done.
Yeah.
The job's never fucking done, dude.
And I'll tell you what, though, in terms of $1, we have, as an organization, made $1.
Nah, you made it as
no. Yeah. No. This is a collective effort. It's not me. It's not This is a collective effort with Millennial Frog. We have made $1. So we are a professional organization.
Oh God.
And that's cool. That's cool to say we made $1. Now we're legit. Now it only goes up. I hope. So, anyways, fuck yeah. Anything else?
No, that's pretty much it. Continuing to win and continuing to fucking struggle.
Hell yeah. It's the fucking the dichotomy of doing this shit. So anyways, if you do want to support Millennial Frog, you can go listen to his newest albums, his 3-album drop on May 15th, which will be everywhere on iTunes, Spotify, all that bullshit. Doesn't matter where you hit the play button. It's free. Just hit the play button. Hell, just hit the play button and walk away. I don't care. We give a shit. Just let us get the streams. All right. Jesus Christ. It's not hard. Do that. And then also you can go to GameRageMagazine.com, hear all of our other shit. Check out all our podcasts at Game Rage Magazine on the Instagram and TikTok and all that good stuff. So anyways, All Gas No Trash official if you want to see the spicy memes from Adam. And
wait, I do have to say real quickly, if you haven't listened to the other actually maybe we did a BFN episode that was strictly about addressing everything that happened, the milestones and all that shit. But thank you for listening. For those of you that have, if you've been a day one, thank you for continuing to do so. And I mean, every milestone we reach is probably because you guys did the work.
Yeah, I mean, we did the work. They listened. They made it possible.
They lended their ears and their hearts.
Absolutely. And so we thank all the Game Rage meat writers out there.
The Game Rage meat writers, the Game Rage marks, the Game Rage smarks.
The Game Rage maniacs.
Yeah.
We thank them all. Anyways, all right. Well, that's the end of the episode. So have a good one. We'll catch you on the next one. This has been the Butt Fuck Nowhere Show. Thanks for listening. Don't forget, subscribe and like on Instagram and TikTok at Game Rage Magazine. Also on Twitter/X at Game Rage Mag. Also visit our website, www.GameRageMagazine.com, for a host of other podcasts and more. Thanks for listening.